All right, all right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Uh, hope you like the new setup. Got a whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? Got myself a nice little mic. Got a whole new camera setup. All this decor. Trying something new. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how things go. But hope everybody is having a very blessed and grateful Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, Thanksgiving, Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to all. I hope everybody got everything they wanted. Hope Santa brought everything, all the little kitties. I know my kids got exactly what they wanted. Well, not everything, but within means. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good day today. It's raining here in Maryland, so I don't know where you guys are at, but if you're, hopefully you have snow. That'll be nice, right, to get some snow on Christmas. But it's very unrealistic for Maryland this at this time of the year. We never really get anything until late January, mid January. But even then, it's only a sprinkle. We don't get a lot of snow here, so it does get cold though. It has been pretty cold. I'm not gonna lie. It's been up and down weather-wise, but either way, today we have a great game. We have two great games today of football, followed by a hell of a weekend coming up. Playoff atmosphere. Hope everybody's ready because it's definitely going to be a really, really good ending to this season. This season has just been ups and downs with injuries and COVID and people being out and all that. But today we are going to highlight today's two games. You have Green Bay versus Cleveland in Green Bay, and then Indy versus Arizona in the desert. So our first game is actually going to be today a little bit later, in about 2.5 hours. It's going to be on Fox. It's at 4:30. You have your 11-3 Green Bay Packers going up against the 7-7 Cleveland Browns. Right now, you have a win percentage of 76%. Say that Green Bay is going to win. That's of the nation. They do polls and stuff like that all online. And I mean, look, with the way Aaron Rodgers is playing, Green Bay could definitely take this one. And it's going to be a really good game because Cleveland needs this win. In order for Cleveland to stay in the hunt, they really need to get this win down. And they got Baker coming back. So I don't know. I mean, Baker will be back. So will Landry, his number one wide receiver, will be coming back as well. Case Keenum is back from COVID as well. So no, was it Chris Mullins, who actually Chris Mullins actually did half decent job last week. Okay, it was a heartbreaker for him to lose like that against the Raiders, but I'm telling you, if Baker didn't play and Mullins played, I wouldn't put it past him. I think he could get the job done. I mean, he's young and he made some definitely costly errors, but all in all, I think he could definitely he could have pulled it off. He definitely could have pulled off something that could have easily won that game. But nevertheless, oh, it changes colors too. I didn't know that. Nevertheless, we do have the Cleveland run defense is going to be, and the run offense really, because this is going to be a really good game with battle of the defenses. The Packers have a really strong run defense, and so do the Browns. The Browns overall have the number 5 total defense. They are 8th against the pass and 9th against the run. So they play very heavy box formation. They try and load up that box a lot and not allow anybody to get in past them at all. I know when they played the Ravens a couple weeks ago, we were trying, but our run game has just been shit. So I'm not surprised. Packers have the overall 12th defense in the league. They are good against the run. They have given up big plays, though, which is going to be a big cause for concern because when you have, I mean, Kareem Hunt isn't playing, but when you have Nick Chubb, who has just been a brute force all season long. Now, last couple games, he's been kind of, last 2 out of 3 games, he's had bad games. Last week, he picked it up, finally got in the end zone, 90 yards rushing. So I think Nick Chubb is due. I think he's going to have a good game today. Hopefully he gets a couple big runs in because I don't know. For me, Green Bay is already clinched. So they don't. It's for them. They don't give a shit. They can win or lose, but they want to stay in that win column because if they don't, then as you see here, the Cowboys are right behind them at 10-4. So if they lose, they drop to 11-4, and it's gonna be a great ending to the season with that, with the way the playoffs are shaping up. But the biggest question is, can Cleveland's defense hold Mr. Aaron Rodgers? Now, we all know that Aaron Rodgers is God. I mean, the man is like, a goat right there next to Brady. The dude is just amazing with his age, he can still run, he still passes the ball, he still sees pockets, and he's using with what he's got. I mean, come on. Earlier in the season, everybody was talking about how Aaron Rodgers was like wanted out. He didn't want to have anything to do with them at all. And I'm not surprised. With the way that, they're not putting anybody around him. They gave him A.J. Dillon, which was great. They got him in the draft, and they were able to keep building. But it's going to be interesting to see if he can take them all the way. Because while he does still have his number one, number two, Devontae Adams, out on one side, Scandis Vasquez is coming, or had a really strong game last game against the Ravens. So it could be interesting to see how Aaron Rodgers really, if he can make it all the way, if the defense keeps playing well, the offense stays steady like they're doing, because right now the offense is putting up 30 points per game. I mean, 30 plus points per game over the last, 4 games. They've scored a touchdown every single game this season. Aaron Rodgers himself has 135% career passer rating against the Browns. I mean, what are you going to do? He scored 78 touchdowns and 9 interceptions since 2020, the most in the NFL. 9 interceptions in 2 seasons. 2. I mean, come on. This man is just going crazy. The Browns... See, the only thing the Browns have going for them is the Browns are one of the only teams in the NFL that has a perfect road record. They are 3-0 on the road. They're one of them because there's also Kansas City, Baltimore, and Indianapolis, who is also on the road today, which we'll talk about later. But the Browns, the biggest problem is I don't think they're going to be able to hold Aaron Rodgers. I mean, the Ravens barely did so last week, and you saw how Harbaugh was trying to go for the 2-point conversion at the end because he wanted no parts of Aaron Rodgers in overtime. I mean, he had, by the end of the game, he had already had 308 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Like, he's Aaron freaking Rodgers. I knew the Ravens were going to have a tough time with him. I mean, we did. We lost by 1, which we're not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. But, it's interesting if Rodgers could take it all the way this year. The Browns, the Packers have won 11 straight regular season games as well. So they are a bit on a roll against Cleveland. Sorry, they won 11 against Cleveland. Like I said, Baker is playing. Green Bay has scored so many points over the last couple games. The Browns, on the other hand, have not scored a lot of points. They've only scored 17 points or less in 7 of their 9 games, 14 points in 5 of the last 7. So hopefully the Browns offense can get something going. Again, they don't have Kareem Hunt, but they do have Nick Chubb. Jarvis Landry is back, so you still have Njoku as your tight end, and he's been doing consistently okay this season. Not good, not bad, but just okay. So we'll see. This game should be a good one. Again, it's a must-win for Cleveland. If you look here, you can see that Cleveland is falling way down the depth chart. They're right here, sitting at number 12, but they are still in the hunt. The Broncos, Dolphins, and Raiders are all in the hunt with them, and fellow AFC Steelers. are all in the hunt, but they need a lot of help from the Ravens, the Bills, the Chargers, or the Colts to lose in order to get in there. Now, speaking of the Colts are actually the next game of the day. And the Colts game is the one I am very much interested in. Jonathan Taylor, I don't know if you guys have seen him. This guy has just been running over every team. Jonathan Taylor has just been destroying so many different teams, and it's really good to see that Indy has a really good run. Carson Wentz, on the other hand, has been doing shit. He has not been able to put up any type of passing, anything going on for him at all. So I'm really interested to see if Arizona's defense can hold Jonathan Taylor, and if not, can they hold Carson Wentz? Because he did have a couple breakout games this season where he played very well when Taylor was not playing so well. Even though Taylor has scored in every game this season, like that's a given. You know, Indy is number 2 in rushing. You know, can Arizona's defense stop the rush? They've been known to give up really big rushing plays. Okay, I mean, last week they lost to the Detroit Lions, and they gave up almost 110 yards to a no-name running back. Come on, guys. Like I don't know what they're doing. Arizona really needs to get their shit together. Their defense is struggling. The team itself is struggling. They just haven't really done much in the last couple games. They did start off 7-0, and then they've lost 2 out of their last 3 as well. Yo, can my mail just stop? Like, you see the little ad pop, and I'm like, what the hell, man? All my emails just go away. I don't know why they're just coming in now. Indy is number 2 against the rushing, number 2 rushing, and is 23rd in the pass. And I'm going to turn off all notifications. There we go. Thank you. 23 in passing. Again, that all leads to, can Wentz get the ball up? Can he do something? Carson Wentz himself, 23 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions this season. He has a very low ratio, which is very good. But again, he doesn't pass the ball very often. Hell, last game he had 51 yards, and he went 5 for 13? I mean, come on, dude. Come on. I understand that you have a really great running back, but you have wide receivers who need the balls as well. He's dumping the ball off in the back and having them run up the field. But it's not, I don't know. I feel like Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than that, and I just don't understand why he can't just keep things going. Why he can't be consistent about it every single week. It just seems he struggles every single week with the same things over and over, and you wonder if the investment's gonna be worth it. But right now, Reich has put in a good amount of time with building him up and getting him there. He could end up being half decent by the end of the year if they make the playoffs, and again, who they play in the playoffs as well. So, Arizona's defense is 7th in total defense this year. They are 5th against the run and 5th against the pass, which is really weird that they're not 5th overall, but special teams plays into that as well. But like I said, they are susceptible to really big runs. Indy's defense, on the other hand, is interesting because while they're not ranked very high, right, they do cause a lot of problems. They are promiscuous in that sense that they're always fighting, they're always hungry, they're always wanting for more, right? So with Indy's defense, I mean, they're 3-0 on the road. They have won 8 of their last 11 games. And their defense itself has forced a turnover in every game this season, plus 31 takeaways. Like 31 takeaways total this season. Like, that's a lot. That's almost average 3 per game. And Indy's defense is not ranked very high because they still give up big yards. They still give up a lot of yards. They still give up average 156 yards a game. So while they may not be strong, solid defense, they do cause problems. And those lead to offensive points. And you got to think about it with the run game the way it is with Indy, that defense is going to be well rested, right? That run game consistently going, you're not going to have any problems. Taylor's going to rush that ball all over the place, and they're going to be able to, the defense go to just sit back and chill. Be like, oh, he's done? All right, now let's go. We're all ready. We're ready to go. So it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see Arizona because bounce back from their last loss against the Lions. And it is interesting to see if the Indy's defense is going to be able to keep up with Arizona's offense. Arizona's offense itself averages 34.3 points per game against AFC teams, 30 points per game average throughout the season. They have, however, fumbled the ball 26 times. Now, out of those 26 fumbles, only 3 of them were actually lost. Only 3. So, it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep things together, if they can keep things rolling, if the offense can bounce back. Because the first 7 games, Kyler Murray played very well. He was 7-0, 73% completion, 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 116 yards, or 116.8 passer rating. Great numbers, right? The last 4 games, he's 1-3, 63.8% completions, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions. 75.7 passer rating. That's crazy, man. And you want to know what? The last 4 games, it's after he came back from his knee injury. Does it have something to do with it? Yes. Have the Cardinals been able to clinch the division for the last 3 weeks in a row and have not been able to do it successfully? Yes. I don't know. Is it Kyler Murray's fault? Or is Arizona just being Arizona? Because remember, last year, same thing. They started doing really well. They were hot. And then it all started to fall apart towards the end. And that's when you saw the real team come out. That's when you saw the true colors come out for Arizona. You saw them take those losses to Seattle, the Rams. Division leaders, division people. Those are the wins you need. You need to beat your people in the division. And Arizona is at 10-4 right now. I don't know if I trust it. If they lose today, the Rams are in there. The Rams take the division. They fall down to the 5 spot in the wild card race. Now, granted, they still got a couple of losses to go before the Niners or Vikings catch up, but you could see that happening. You could easily see them falling apart. And who knows? If that happens, you could see them fall all the way down and out if they lose the rest of the season. So it's a big game for them as well. They need a bounce back game. All right, you faced a shitty team last week and you lost. Like, dude, come on. Get your shit together, man. Get your shit together, Kyler. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Jonathan Taylor, can they stop him? 1,500 yards rushing this season, 17 touchdowns, 1,800 yards total with 19 touchdowns total. He's had 11 games with touchdowns. I mean, come on. The guy is literally running the offense for Indianapolis, and Kyler Murray is slowly plummeting. into the abyss with the Arizona defense or offense. So my predictions for today's games, it's going to be good ones. Again, I keep saying it because today has got huge playoff implications for both sides, both games. Cleveland needs to win. Arizona needs to win. Indy needs to win. Green Bay, like I said, has already locked up their spot. They are in and ready to go. For the first game, the early game, I am going to take Green Bay to pull this one out. It's not really going to be a pulling out. I mean, unless Cleveland's offense can really show up, I don't really see it going much of anywhere. The defense we know is going to be there for Cleveland. The defense has always been there for Cleveland. They've been there consistently, for the last couple of seasons. The defense has been there. So I am going to say Green Bay is probably going to win by I'll take Green Bay by 5.5. Yeah, Green Bay by 5.5. What is I wonder what the spread for the game is, the Green Bay game. Because I wonder if it's what Vegas has it as. Green Bay versus Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. Let's see. Today's game, who is favored? Oh, it just says Green Bay is favored to win. Oh, that's great. Thank you. As if everybody did not know that already. Yep, Green Bay is favored to win. I am going to take Green Bay. I'll give them by 4.5. In the later game today, the Indy and Arizona. Again, this game is going to be really good if Indy can get the ball rolling and if Indy can, if Indy can keep Jonathan Taylor on track. I could definitely see them pulling this out. But again, Arizona needs this win. Arizona needs this win. They need to get their shit back together. Because if they don't, it's going to be tough for them to keep going in the playoffs. You can see Kyler Murray starting to get worn out. You can see without D-Hop there, he's got no real wide receiver. He's got Kirk, who is okay, but Captain Kirk can't save him. He definitely can't. So we'll see. I'm going to take Indy in this one, in the second game as well. So, Green Bay at home, Indy away in against Arizona. Yeah, I'm going to take, even though Arizona is favored to win, I think Indy is on a really good hot streak. I really think Indianapolis could pull this out and could really cause some damage. If they win today, then they could easily continue having a really good run and, could quite possibly win the division. I mean, because the Titans, even though they got lucky and won the other night against the 49ers, which, by the way, that game was intense as well. I don't know if you guys saw that game, but 49ers were up by 10 going into halftime. Hell, it didn't even start until the third quarter for Tennessee. The first 3 quarters, Tennessee was playing like trash until I think it's the 8-minute mark of the third quarter, and then Tennessee just came to life. You saw it just at a click. They just came to life. Defense, offense, pow, pow. End up coming back and winning 17-20. Good game, but if the Colts can win this one, they got a big game the following week against Tennessee, and that right there is going to decide the division, who gets second place, who gets fifth, if they even make the playoffs, because the Bills have a big game coming up this week against the Patriots. Chargers have a big game this week coming up against the Texans. So it's Chiefs got the Steelers this week. Man, a lot of great football this week. And then, of course, the AFC North battle. You have the Baltimore Ravens going up against Cincinnati Bengals. Must win for the Ravens if they want to even be considered staying in the hunt. We'll see if Lamar Jackson's going to play. We'll see if my Ravens can do this. We shall see, y'all. We shall see. So, all right. Well, I got to get going, but I just want to come on here, give you guys a quick preview of today's games. I will be on later tonight to recap after the games are over. Probably jump in maybe around like the fourth quarter of the night game. I do have NFL Network for those who don't have it. I could probably live stream it on here tonight. We can watch the game together, go over some stats from both games. And yeah, so tonight, Indy, you better win this one. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, I know you're gonna handle this, bro. Aaron Rodgers is gonna just tear Cleveland apart, and thank God, destroy Cleveland. So, thank you guys very much. If you like the stream, by all means, please follow, subscribe if you want. I come on, just to give you guys quick predictions, see who I like about the team, see who's going to be playing, and yeah, we're gonna do the recap later tonight, and then tomorrow I will get everything set up for tomorrow's games because we have again more games tomorrow. Good games, really good games tomorrow, and then we will have everything for Sunday Night Football. All right. Thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a great day. Peace.